Perhaps the most historic U.S. election ever, one of firsts. We could see the first black U.S. president, the first female vice president, and even the oldest president. But most importantly for many, it's the first step away from 8 years of President George W. Bush, who has been dubbed one of the least favorable U.S. presidents in history.
It's very hard to ignore thousands who are losing their homes, and this financial economic crisis is the most serious since the Great Depression.
The economy became the last-minute focus of this election. But since 2001, we've seen 9/11, wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and Hurricane Katrina, events that have all shaped the current state of this nation, and therefore the job of the next man to step into that house. When Hurricane Katrina hit, the Bush administration began to unravel.
It was such an extreme example of this administration's incompetence. I think it was far deeper than that. But it was the incompetence that moved reporters to then raise questions about Iraq, misleading a nation into an unnecessary war, 40,000 killed, wounded, or maimed. The gravest act a president can undertake is leading a nation into war. So that will be the great stain on his legacy.
But Bush's legacy could also be leaving the country in such a mess. Many people feel they have no choice but to vote, and in what's expected to be record numbers.
Young people and those who have not participated in our electoral system have been moved by the extremism of these last 8 years to say, hey, I got to play a role.
The word on the street is most people think this election could be the most important in their lifetimes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this vote?
I'd say it's a 10, definitely. It's a historic moment.
Let's say 10.
10.
10. Very important.
10. I'd say it's a 12.
Some even went off the scale, which is exactly what voter turnout could be in an election where many people are voting to pick up the pieces left behind after the last 8 years. Anissa Naue, RT, Washington.